almost certainly that will be needed. All right, so if we're ready to start the game, we start with our most important chore: is who remembers where the fuck we are and what the fuck we're doing. It's been a couple of
Pass.
weeks. Pass.
We are working through the maze of Ish. We fought a bunch of stuff. We skipped the dudes in the middle circle. There are a bunch of skeletons that we turned from over there that have never caught back up with us. I don't remember what is going on right here, though. Sorry.
So my note is that you met the requirements to unlock it by solving the riddle, but I don't believe anybody actually opened it because an additional thing happens. That was mostly the thing I wanted to drill down on memory-wise. If there's anything else to add, we'll pick up there.
I do have notes about the this was a puzzle where we had to use different strengths and different attributes and solve riddles with to show it what we knew. So yeah,
a different section though.
Yeah, and I remember we killed some stuff here, and that's all I remember.
That's pretty close. I feel like most of the time we kill stuff, that's for sure. Coming to the end of the eastern wing of this sort of two-bracket system, you found an elaborate lapis lazuli covered chest that a riddle was emblazoned on it. The more you have of it, the less you see. The alcove that it sat in was surrounded by torches that were like infinite torches, but you guys deduced that that riddle was talking about the concept of darkness and snuffed out all 4 torches. That unlocked the chest, but as it did that, the doors to the chambers north and south of this hallway both slowly groaned open, and a creepy, otherworldly fog began to just seep out into the hallway, and you could hear something shuffling in the darkness, but could not see it, and that's sort of the cliffhanger we left it on. We just need to decide who got inspiration for last session, and if we can't decide, I think we can just roll randomly. High roll gets it, because I don't remember. I would have to assume that was Caleb, but I don't know that for sure. Could have been Mark.
I don't know if I was there for this this puzzle. I think I was gone. I was in Indiana.
Oh, that might be true. Just like,
but yes, I solved it.
Yeah, decent riddles. You're usually my riddle guy.
Yeah. I don't recall.
Also, Mark, I like your shirt.
Thank you. Wearing it again.
Say we do a random roll.
Oh, it's my Klondike shirt. Yeah. Last time we were up there, I bought one at the bought one as a souvenir.
Nice.
I have fond memories of eating Klondike pizza with you, Mark, when we set out on the mission of eating until pizza was less than $1 a slice on the all-you-can-eat pizza.
You're just. I love that was the goal of like, all right, yes. Mathematically speaking, we need to optimize this.
And the good part.
That's impressive. Strength and endurance.
All right. Maybe just slash roll for it.
Roll for it.
Roll a 20-sided die, and whoever gets the highest roll gets a inspiration token.
It's time.
I'm sorry, I didn't make a note, and I don't know how not you make. Seems like it, yeah. Wow, not even close. Caleb gets the inspiration token. I think even if you put them all together, you guys don't get it. No, that's 14, right? All right. So we'll join the episode already in progress. The chest is unlocked. Doors to the north and south have like Halloween funhouse
Groaned
creaked
open.
open, and otherworldly fog is seeping out. You can feel and hear and sense something moving about in the darkness to the rooms to the north and south. However, you have yet to visualize something. This is not one of the chests of Neath. Although I'm not saying that that's not going to happen. I'm just saying that visually they are very different things. One is
This one's a
huge
mimic.
chest. One, right. Let's roll initiative, actually. I think that'll give me a sense of who wants to do what in which order. That makes sense for combat, but I like it more and more for out of combat, just deciding who does what when.
I love using my rolls when they matter.
Renan, you'll be the first person to react as piloted by Destiny. What would Renan do? Okay. Inside is an extremely large, oversized key that looks a little bit like that.
Do we get to see it?
It's on the map.
Guys, the
So if you can't see it, this isn't a handout, so I can't actually show it to you. I can just make it super big on the screen.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
You gotta love when there's nothing but a key inside a locked chest.
Minorly counterintuitive.
There must be a chastity belt somewhere.
It's very intuitive for people who grew up playing Zelda.
Right? No, the chest is otherwise like conspicuously empty. The entire form and function, like the chest could have been built deeper, but instead just has, either a void, an empty space beneath this false floor, or the floor itself is just like a solid foot thick. It seems like it was only designed to house this key. Oni, you can see Renan hoist the key aloft triumphantly. You are standing in the doorway to the north. There is fog that is starting to ooze out into the spaces around you. As it does, I'd like you to take some poison damage. Make a fortitude saving throw for me. As the mist touches your skin, it like burns and scars it. Sorry, yes. I apologize. That does seem pretty good. I don't have my numbers up, but I'm gonna say that that's probably good enough for half damage. You take 5 points of poison damage.
What? Poison?
Oni, you can take your turn as you wish. You can now, as the fog is sort of like dissipating, you can see just like amorphous forms in the room shambling about. They are silent, and you can't see characteristics, but like walking behind 20 yards behind somebody like on a really foggy night, like you can definitely see that there's a thing, but like a thing is about as specific as you can be.
It'd be hard to see through the fog.
I was gonna say, I would tell you, like, while I know that it's at this point just not where the token is, I don't know that Oni would be able to see that. The room would appear to be full of fog from your perspective. Okay. There is a door. I don't want to be that guy, but you can try.
Lies. You love being that guy.
Reaching into the room will require you to expose yourself to the poison cloud again. Wow. Yeah. No, I'm fine with it. I hate making it a roll. You tug on the door, but there seems to be a measure of resistance, like it's forced open currently. I would never tell you what you could or couldn't do, but it seems like it would take a considerable effort, a significant show of force to break the lock mechanism this way and force the door closed again. Plus, because of your enormous strength, you're not certain that you wouldn't just end up with a door in your hand, which would be less good at, like, plugging the hole, probably. Okay.
The second wind.
Fart joke. Hoppy, it is your turn. You can see behind you the clouds starting to seep out into the hallway. What do you want to do?
Question: are these like magical torches? Would they be worth grabbing?
They appear to be like enchanted with the ever burning feature, as long as they are not actively capped. Like, as soon as you remove whatever you guys douse them with, they do spark back to life. If that is something you're interested in, great. It's a very mundane magical enchantment, but they are certainly magical.
That's. Do we want to grab them? Yeah. Well, that was the other thing. Is I was wondering if it would like catch the acid on fire or something. So, can I pick up one?
Sure. They're only like lightly ensconced into the wall, so it's just like a slip out kind of thing.
Well, then I'm going to grab the two closest to me, and I'm going to reach. Can I affix it to either my halberd or my 10-foot pole and try and set this on fire? I guess I could just throw it in if not, but can I?
I love white trash hopping. Y'all smell gas? Hold on, let me light a match. All right. First, as you uncap the torches, the chest in the room slams shut, and the seam disappears, so it appears to be like closed and locked again. Not that really matters, but just for the sake of consistency. And you want to try to throw the torch? Is that where you're at?
Yeah, I can throw the torch into this room down here, further away from everyone.
You chuck the torch in, and there is no boom, no explosion, but you can see in the room now the like sort of like cast shadow, like the theatrical shadow puppet effect of two lanky humanoid figures. They seem very thin and gaunt. Their arms are disproportionately long, with like their like long gangly fingers reaching, almost to their mid shin.
Okay. And do they seem to be coming our direction?
They certainly, like, both of them sort of are now positioned facing the torch, and they're slowly walking towards it.
I'm going to pick up Renan, and I'm going to scoot us over here, assuming she's okay with that.
It usually doesn't, but...
And we have the key, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Renan is surprisingly compliant today. That's fair.
And economy of motion.
I'm gonna move her over there. I'm gonna move her behind me so I can. And I'm gonna tell Oni what I saw, which means I'm telling everybody. I don't know why I specified her.
Hey man, why didn't you tell
Specifically,
me?
not Draco. He walks up to each player, whispers in the ear. What's up, Poppy? Nothing.
Don't tell Draco.
Draco, it is your turn. Hoppy,
Okay.
and you're in an area where the mist is starting to seep along the corners of that wall that you're adjacent to.
Okay.
What would you like?
I am going to cast Gust to kind of see if I can blow it back into the room.
Will that affect? No, I guess if you made the point like here and just had it go north to south, is that what you're thinking?
Well, actually, I should probably. I'll go here and I'll try to blow it into this room. The fog is coming out of this room here that I see. I'm gonna blow it back into the room. We got one side. Actually, you said north to south, right? So I could kind of, in a sense, blow both of them in, huh?
Well, I was worried because I think it has to all be the same direction. So I feel like if you made it, depending on where the point of origin was, you'd be blowing it into the hallway from one and back into the room from the other.
Yeah.
Like if you make the point of origin like here in the middle, then you're just
Right,
stuff from that point south, which packs it all back in that southern room. But
and I already said I'd do it this way, so we'll just do it this way. I was blowing it down into this room here. Yeah.
Hoppy's gonna blow on the other one.
it's not quite as effective as Draco's magic. But I bet if you want a multi-class, he could be your mentor.
Actually, for a big guy like you, the other end would probably be more powerful.
What spell did you teach him? Foul wind.
And yeah, that's my move.
On, and it's your turn.
So currently, the fog is being blown back into the south area, and there are creatures in both the north and south.
Assuming we heard something.
Yes, sir. That's correct.
Okay. I am going to just go up here to where the poison is moved away from a little bit, and I want to use my hunter's sense to identify what the creatures are and what their weaknesses and strengths are. Just figure out what we're dealing with.
Do you have to make a skill check for that? I don't remember how it works.
I do not.
Okay. Let me pull up their sheet. You have identified the creatures lingering in the mist based on their gaunt skeletal shape and your intuitive sense as Angatra, Angatra. They are a malevolent form of undead skeletal being that specifically has a complete vulnerability to poison and acid. They also can't be charmed, exhausted, frightened. They have high damage resistance to anything that's not magical, and they are immune to necrotic damage. The most dangerous part of them is that they have a powerful gaze attack called Agonizing Gaze that, as long as you meet their eyeline, Medusa style, you are vulnerable to all forms of damage.
That's fun.
And did you say if they have any weaknesses?
To your knowledge, there are no known weaknesses
But
beyond like standard fare undead
I
stuff. Like they could
didn't
potentially be turned
Yeah.
if they are undead.
And while I am there, I also want to check the room and see if there's any noticeable reason to go in the room. Notable. It's the Eye of the Horus.
There's a magic torch in there.
Ooh. Poppy, there's a magic torch in there.
Beyond the magic torch that was chucked in, the room seems largely featureless. You do notice, as Oni discovered in the northern room, the southern door is like forced locked in the open position. So you're a little concerned that like there's no way to stop them from escaping, and that you don't know what's creating the fog, but it's likely going to continue to slowly spill out. But there's nothing of value in here. If you wanted to try to run away or avoid it, there's nothing compelling in this room that you wouldn't want.
Cool. I'm going to relay that and then move back to safety. Relative safety.
Guys, do we want to stay here and kill them, or do we want to?
As long as the fog doesn't continue throughout, where we'll be screwed in a bit, yeah, we should be good.
Torch that Poppy threw in there.
There's two more that we can grab over on the other side. I grabbed two. I threw one in there. I've got one in my inventory. So I don't see any value to them. I grabbed two while I was since I was near enough.
I hit guitar.
I'm okay staying and murdering things, but if we want to,
we might want to have someone look in the other direction just to make sure there's nothing we're missing. But if there's nothing there, I think we don't need to engage. Yeah.
Well, we'll know where we need to come back to.
is there? Don't we have a giant sheet of metal in Renan's bag of holding?
No, we sold it. That was a while ago.
I think Zach is right. I remember you guys purging.
Okay. So, like, I don't necessarily see a reason to fight these things. I'm afraid that if we don't figure out where the poison is coming from, we're going to have some issues with it, like coming down the stairs. Because the next thing is these stairs, right? We're going down, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So I was trying to block up this hallway so that we could do that. Was there anything else that we saw that we could use to block up this hallway? I didn't pick up several 100 pounds of rocks, so
You could always collapse the walls in.
I don't recall like anything that I remember sharing with you that could easily fit that bill. There were statues, the super dense statues in the very first room. I mean, it's not gonna be airtight. So if you're worried about like the gas escaping, I think piles of rocks, unless you do, many tons, is not gonna get it.
Yeah. So could we try to close one of the doors, and then see if that blocks in the blocks in the poison, and we can handle the other ones. Yeah, let's try and force it. See what happens.
Okay. You do meet again with like that sort of just locked, immovable immovable object, irresistible force scenario. Make an athletics check, representative of you just trying to brute force, break that gear or that lock or whatever's holding it shut.
And don't be gazing around.
Wow, that is
You-
the sweet spot.
You are a remarkable athlete.
You do manage, like, it makes the worst kind of like metal grinding against metal, sort of that nails on a chalkboard, just like, oh god, I hate that sound the entire time you're dragging it closed. But eventually, like, you're scarring up the floor, and eventually though you are able to seat the door back in its frame. You can tell that, like, in the top and bottom of the door there was mechanical gearwork that allowed it to open and held it open, but you just sort of like literally brute forced the gear mechanism, which is now almost certainly destroyed and burned out.
Go.
No, just like an ethereal, you suck.
Cool, bud. Sorry, Mathis and I are the only people up, so...
On initiative 0, I'm going to expand the fog a little bit on the north side. But only you have sealed in the southern door.
Can Draco do the same thing again, and let's see if we can close the top?
I could. When it's my turn.
Well, I'll delay my action to go in and shut the door. If
Okay.
Yeah,
If we just want to pass, I don't mind try to gust it back in, and Hoppy tries to close.
I'll gust it again.
I didn't tell
Gusty.
Oni the mechanism, but I will tell you just in case it goes wrong. My idea was that you needed to beat the strength DC of 25 to like shear the locks and reverse the gears. But if you did 30 or more, that would be like that's just you breaking the door rather than reversing the gears. So that's what I was saying. Oni's sweet spot was 26, which was just like a perfect roll. The door itself will eventually just break if you apply too much force to it. So knowing that, that's what we're after.
okay.
There's an amount of force that isn't enough, and there's an amount of force that's too much.
Is it possible for Oni and I to do it together?
He did a bit solo. Just saying.
Have her give me. Well, I can probably do it by myself. Yeah. I was just thinking an assist.
Mm-hmm. Just a little slap on the cheeks, attaboy.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, both of you right in that little sweet spot, Goldilocks zone. Love it. Same thing, just that creaky sound of just metal warping and distorting to Hoppy's sheer strength. And eventually the door is seated back in its frame. You can still hear something shambling across the stone floor, but it is not coming out of that room easily.
Can we draw a picture of a toilet and say, do not go in there?
And thus the legend of Skibbity was born. Okay. And I did forget to do this.
Mhm. So the only thing we haven't done on this floor is this room here. And we've... Yeah. Do we... John, I'm sorry, it's been almost a month since we played, I feel like. Do we know anything about that? It's just a pile of bodies. It reacts when we walk through it. That's all I remember.
Yeah, so they were a bundle of corpses, like maybe placed in 2 or 3 piles, sort of like maybe all of the fallen champions' corpses were deposited here by some unseen servant. However, when it first detected motion or living creature, it all massed together in a single, like, sentient ooze of corpses. The corpses themselves were not animate so much as they were like a flowing part of a much larger singular being. It doesn't seem to be intelligent in a human sense, just more like very crude desire to feed, and it seemed to be able to sense only in a very small sphere of influence around itself. When Oni got close to it, it would like move towards her, sort of detecting life and its desire to eat that. But once she cleared, I think we decided like 60-ish feet, and then it sort of just milled about the space until eventually it just sat there waiting for the next thing it could sense.
Okay. So kind of like a corpse ooze.
Yeah, with like a very limited sense of self and purpose and a very limited detection radius.
Okay. Uh, do we want to do anything with it, or are we good to go down the stairs? What do you guys think?
Some traps have rewards.
Is what's underneath? Yeah.
I say we save him for later.
Yeah. Let's go down the stairs.
See how
Only
beat
in
up we
front
are?
of you and Hoppy, you see a very large set of double wide bronze doors. The doors each have a massive keyway in them.
I think. Do we have 2 keys? Okay.
We have
The
Twinkies.
we have Twinkies. The color and the gemstone of the key that you have matches the jade keyway that is crystalline. The other one is much like a darker brown, earthy tone. If you,
Pancakes are in the...
I want to know where the pancakes are.
They're in the oven.
Okay,
You're welcome to have some if you'd like.
appreciate it.
I was
The
gonna make waffles, but they decided that they wanted pancakes instead.
Yum. I like Sunday pancakes. The key inserts into the massive keyway, and sort of like a magnetic force slowly draws it into the hilt of the key. It doesn't need to turn, but once it's fully inserted, you can hear a giant ka-chunk as large barriers to half of the door are removed and unlocked. However, the key is now like permanently, in quotations, seated in the keyway. I'm sure you guys could figure out a way to remove it and break it, but its intention seems to be that is half of the lock solved.
Exactly.
Are we
Brandon,
thinking
see
under
if you
the...
can pick the key. Or pick the lock, maybe. Eh?
I don't know.
And
I don't hate that. Give me 1 second to think about how I want that to work. Yeah, I think I kind of like that. I'm going to need 2 rolls from her. The first is a Thieves' Tools check, which is going to be her modifying her own things, or like making a custom skeleton key, and then she'll use her normal sleight of hand to attempt to manipulate the door. So Thieves' Tools as a tool proficiency. Dexterity here for this one. It can be multiple. Actually, I don't think that substantively changes anything. Okay. You can make your sleight of hand check with advantage. She spends about 10 minutes modifying her tools. With a 23, which is an enormously good attempt, she is unable to get the door to open. She gets very, very close. No, it's super close. There's a moment where she has to basically, because the key is so large and the keyway so deep, she'd have to go basically like to her, elbow into the keyway, and she just maybe chickens out a little bit, or just thinks the risk reward here is maybe not worth losing an arm over. You tell a rogue you gotta put your whole arm in the wolf's mouth, like, just saying, you can't be a roguer with only one arm. Hard to fire a bow.
What did we get over here?
I was actually going to. I'll let you guys figure out first.
Did we go down these stairs?
We did not.
Oh,
We should go check that.
we should go in that door.
Oni and Happy, you guys have found a small door in this recessed downwards platform. There is, like, you're in a small puddle of water. Like, this is like the low point in the dungeon where like drainage has drained to this low point. The door itself is mildewy and rotten. It's kind of gross. And it is locked, but it doesn't seem like a very complicated lock. And also the door itself is a little brittle and distorted from having absorbed all of that moisture. It seems like maybe like it more likely you'll put your foot through the door than you'll bring the whole door down, but like it will not be hard for you to take it apart. Just woman handling it, you are able to easily destroy the door. A soft gush and a little bit of that gratifying fibrous breaking of wood. Inside, you see what you see.
Is everybody else going to join us before we open the door, or?
Brandon's not gonna get me wet.
Sorry, I had to step away from my computer, so I'll stick with you guys.
Okay.
Inside, you see 4 of the same kind of obsidian steel, those dark steel golems that you fought in the very first room of this dungeon. Behind them, to the west, on a raised stone plinth, is a blue lapis lazuli chest.
That's
that mimics the one that you found in the eastern corridor. The golems seem inert, or at the very least are like not interested in the fact that you kicked in this soggy door.
Ooh, should we get Amon to convince them to go somewhere else like he did last time?
Can he speak to constructs?
Well, how did we get him to, or how did he make
That
him
was
go
turn
away last time?
undead.
Yeah.
That was undead, not construct.
Nope. As you step into the room, you're sort of like in ankle-deep water, like stagnant, gross Lompoc water. Stepping into the room, the heads, the eyes of all 4 golems shift slightly, creaking and groaning as like they are just, what's the word, like detritus mildew just kind of spilling off the joints as they slowly turn their heads to follow you. No actions, but they are moving ever so slightly to sort of follow you. You are standing eye to eye. You're mean mugging him, but it takes no action. It's going to be a very tight shimmy. You would be, I don't want to say defenseless, but you'd be. It would, if they decided to use that moment to attack you, you would be very disadvantaged. But yes, you can absolutely do that. I think the ceiling is not high, and these were remarkably tall, if you recall. So I think probably the same net result of you'd be put in an awkward, compromised position trying to skirt past them. I'm not saying you can't, just that if something goes south, I want you to know that you're going to be in a slightly less than ideal position.
Could we knock down this wall and block these guys in? These guys.
That's a load-bearing wall. I don't
no, it's
care.
not.
Is this going to be a brute force thing or a Draco turning melding stone kind of thing?
I assumed it was going to be a brute force thing because that's what Hoppy always assumes. But if somebody else has a better idea, Hoppy is not the ideation type. It is not his core competency.
I say go ahead and try knocking it down. Go for it.
Okay, yeah, I'll try and push it over and try and block those guys in. I don't want to necessarily hit them, but what I'm hoping to do is kind of move this wall into a pile of stuff that goes into these two brick blocks right here. Or they get slowed down significantly, and maybe we get an attack of opportunity.
If it's just Hoppy, I'd like Hoppy your athletics check. If anybody else wants to help him, I will need an athletics check from you.
I was going to say I can give guidance, which will give him advantage on his roll.
Tony, don't help.
Yeah, there's like a matter of teamwork and cooperation not present in this particular activity. As Hoppy's on his backswing, you crack your knuckles and go to punch and just like hit him. Gives you the angry, I'm not mad Minotaur look where you're just like, all right, fine, no need, we don't want to rage about it. Just step back and let him do his demolition thing. Hoppy, you do smash it to bits.
Okay. Yeah. And does it block both? Okay. How blocked up is it?
That is 36 blocks.
Okay. Can I move the 36 blocks into a partial wall to block them from seeing what we're doing?
Do you have Mason tools proficiency?
I do not, but I have. No.
You could try playing your drums. We'll see if that's helpful.
I have land vehicles and playing cards, so
without like actual technical training, I think you've sort of smushed them together in a big pile about as well as a person could.
Okay.
It is not exactly a perfect wall, but they are well ensconced, and it would be difficult, not impossible, to break through, but certainly it would slow them down considerably.
Okay. Now we only have to focus on the two. Is there do we want to push through them? Do we want to send Renan through? Is this an unattended object, can I use my Knuckles of Knocking to royally destroy it?
The chest or the creature?
the,
I love a
the
world
creature.
where you think monsters are unattended objects. That speaks volumes about Hoppy's worldview. No, the Knuckles of Knocking. You can knock them, but you're not going to get the destructive force bonus.
They may knock back.
They may not back. Yes.
Okay. Then, Oni, do you want me to push one out of the way? Yeah, I'm gonna ready an attack just in case. I'm gonna get right behind her.
Oni may give me an athletics check. You can't quite lift him, but you can easily drag him.
Okay. I'm gonna try toward the pile of I created.
More than one square?
I guess I can probably keep dragging one.
Well, I mean, like, we're not really doing turns, so you just tell me where you want him to be.
Yeah, I'd like to make another turtle.
I feel like I should have been more careful in my programming, but that's on me. Sure.
And then
Yeah, I'm gonna stand between these two.
Does Renan touch the chest?
Touch the butt.
Touch
the butt.
Is there a note or something? Can I use the blue light special to check this room? I don't remember if that's how we found the previous notes. I'm
No,
assuming
the
there's
last
a
one
riddle.
Produced a riddle when it was touched.
Okay.
And she becomes a robot golem. A scroll of ancient text materializes on the surface of the lapis chest. It takes her a moment to make sense out of it again because there's that weird disconnect between like ancient Old English and modern English, where you get the words, but there's a little bit of, it takes her a moment to make sure she understands it correctly before she shares it. It reads, I run
Okay, baby.
smoother than most any rhyme. I love to fall, but cannot climb.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
I run smoother than most any
Yes, please.
rhyme. I love to fall, but cannot climb.
Splash the chest with the water.
Waterfall? Yeah, I was gonna say waterfall.
Oh, you're in a room full of water.
There
Yeah.
it is.
She's already walking through it.
She probably jumped. She probably jumped from Amon to Hoppy to the
Right.
high corner.
Gross. Taking water from her water skin and pouring it over the top, the chest grows, materializes a seal around the lid, and it gently pops open, revealing a enormous brown key. the golems do not take an action.
Should we put them back? Kind of feel bad about breaking the wall now.
Just sitting there in the corner like a sad robot. You just broke his house for no reason.
Sorry, guys. See you later. Okay. So are we heading back to the doors?
Same mechanism happens with the brown key. It is gently inserted in until a magnetic force kind of takes over and draws it fully in. You can hear that very gratifying, deep, resonant ka-chunk as the second lock is disabled and the doors like disengage and float freely on their hinges. They don't pan open on their own, but they are just free to manipulate. Beyond them leads to a spiral staircase to the next level.
Ready to go downstairs?
I'm moving people against their will so I can do a copy paste.
Sorry.
Thank you.
You're
I
the
was away
best.
from my computer for a minute and then had some technical issues, so I think I caught everything that happened, but
Yes. What
Perfect.
was the door made of? Something special? Can we take the door with us?
The door is
Joking.
impossibly
You
large.
like everything.
the
I
door.
feel like we're gonna have a collection of door stuffs by the end of this campaign. No, they remain in the door.
Yeah.
Did the new map load correctly? I got an error, so I'm
Yes.
not sure what you're seeing.
Yes. You know,
I see a long hallway with lots of alcoves or something along it. That's all I see, because it's dark. Scary.
I think we all need a rest of some sort. Do we want to take a
No.
rest now?
No. We just go.
Okay.
It's scary sleeping in the dungeons.
Okay.
Oni, stop there.
Yeah. Let's go.
We
Too
should.
late.
Something's going to happen.
We can also find traps.
Not by stepping on them.
The hard way.
Exactly.
You did, in fact, find traps.
No, really, no.
As you head off to the west, Oni, you get about 3/4 of the way through the hallway, and statuary hums to life in these alcoves that Draco pointed out, and they materialize a beam of force that creates small little walls. They seem to be able to fully stop your progression forward. You give it a good little thump with your fist, and it just creates like a rippling effect in the field of force. Let's actually roll initiative, I think. Do you guys want to use the same initiative from last thing, or would you like to roll again? Or you can't see it,
doesn't matter.
right?
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
So
better
roll
do it
again.
now.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know why that, like, as the GM, I get to see the turn tracker regardless of where you guys are, but you can only see the turn tracker on a page that you rolled on. And I don't know why that is.
Damn it.
Renan reacts first. The stairwell back up and the immediate alcove there is still available to her. However, she can see the 3 walls of force that have been summoned along the hallway to the west. What would she like to do?
Leave me.
Yeah, floor to ceiling.
A stick.
Hey, put Draco down.
Hey, let go! Let me go!
That's so incredibly accurate. Poke it with a Draco.
Gently tapping it with a crowbar creates sort of ripples like on the surface of a pond, but it does not allow the crowbar to pass through it at all. Sound translates. Give me a perception check. That's not very good. 20.
20's not very good.
You can see no obvious like buttons or levers. You don't see pressure plates on the floor, so it seems like this was a timing or some kind of detection perception type of activation for these barriers. You notice one other thing of interest. In the ceiling directly above you, there's a large ornamental silver cone that is about 4 feet in diameter at its thickest point, tapering down to about 2 feet in diameter at its narrowest point. And all along its like along the base of the cone are etched like kind of dainty little cutouts that look like licking flames. You also notice that in the square area between the 2 barriers of force where Hoppy is, there is a similar cone, as is the square area just above Oni's head. Let's see what Hoppy wants to do with his turn.
So there's a barrier and there's a silver cone in the on the roof, and is there anything else that I noticed?
That's all that's been clearly pointed out to you.
Okay. Would a perception check help?
You're always free to like take a moment and try to see things better, but doesn't seem like there's a lot in this hallway.
Okay. Well, I know that there are 2 things that I can hit. So I'm wondering if I try and push through the shield. What like, can I push through the shield, like using all my strength?
No. You get a rippling effect as soon as you start to push into it, like the surface of a pond, but there is an enduring force that responds to that. It feels kind of like the barrier that's generated by your carapace shield. It's just magical force, and it seems,
Okay.
let's say infinite, but certainly incredibly resisting to your attempt to push through it.
Okay. So then the other thing is the cone, right?
Correct.
Silver cone. And is there any I'm sorry, I missed the. There's a lot of stuff going on behind me. Is there any like, screw it. This is Hoppy. He's gonna hit it.
Okay.
Probably with a stick.
Is it an immovable
Do I-
rod you're gonna hit it with?
Just punching it with your stick, it twangs and clangs. Without an attack roll, no substantive damage was done. It seems pretty stout. It's a cone of steel that's 4 feet in diameter. It
Okay.
as you get close enough to punch it, it's like staring at a fire hose nozzle.
Okay. So there's a hole in the bottom.
There is.
Am I imagining this like a road cone?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Can I turn it? And then that's the end of my turn.
It doesn't seem to really be manipulatable. You try
Okay.
tweaking it, shunting it, punching it. Nothing really seems to move. You do again
Can I-
take notice of the fact that the base circumference of the cone has small cutouts in the steel body that are all like various kinds of animated, look like flaming, like licking flames of a fire.
These fire extinguishers. Is it full of water and it's gonna just spill on us? Okay,
Ooh,
I'm
the
done.
brackish water from above. Yeah.
Ew.
Amon, it's your turn.
All right.
I'm not getting it out right now.
I just want to look around on my side first, and see if there's anything noticeable, triggering, releasing levers, traps, or even just things that might trigger the same trap on in the other direction of this hallway.
You see the same as Mark put them, construction cones in the ceiling in every square section, and you do see the same kind of outcropping projectors that look like they will create some kind of wall, although those walls have not yet been active.
Yeah.
Only we had a
Seems
magic
symmetrical.
torch.
Well, that will be my next turn if we I figured I'd give you guys a chance to murder yourselves before I
Yeah, I appreciate
jumped
it.
in.
Yeah, I'm going to just take a shot with my bow and arrow. You said the cones are hanging from the ceiling, right?
Yep. Like
Yeah.
built into it, not like a chandelier, but sort of like a
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I want to hit it with my Kopesh, or is it too high off the ground?
Like you'll be able to hit the top of it with your arm
Okay.
fully outstretched.
Yeah, I just want to whack at it. And I've got 2 attacks, so I'm just going to hit it twice.
The first attack does no damage. The second attack puts some like small gouging and scoring onto it.
Hey.
I'm just going to look back at Hoppy and shrug my shoulders, and that'll be the end of my turn.
I mean, if you want me to hit it, I'll hit it.
Oni, it's your turn.
I bet he could try. So
Before we do that, anything else you want to do, Oni? It wasn't like it's not a gotcha question. I just want to make sure that I didn't like shortcut to Draco and. Okay. Then we'll pass to Draco's turn.
Okay. We can go ahead and see if he can teleport across to here. Did it work?
He is able to blink past the barrier, moving his 15 feet of teleportation.
Woohoo! Well, he can only do so much at a time. 15 feet is his teleporting range, and he's walking. So basically, we can get over to you. So we can go wop wop. So that's all he can basically do at the moment. Right, I believe, because yeah, see that brought him right into here.
All right. On initiative
But
15.
no, I'm not done. That's fire, dude.
Oh,
And him over there.
my mistake, sir.
So check your roll there, Mister DM. Ho ho ho.
Listen, all y'all, it's a sabotage.
Okay, I am going to cast Produce Flame. You know, right here. See if it will turn it off. Since it looks like it's all fire thingies. Did it make it go out?
It did not. You did produce flame though, and it's very warm in front of Renan, and she appreciates that. And it creates a fun little reflective bit in the steel cone above your head.
Nice. That's pretty.
It is nice. Very
I like
thoughtful of you.
fire.
We'll see if you still
Okay,
like fire in a second.
I'm done.
On initiative 15,
Oh shit!
the cones above the square sections of the hallway churn to life with a powerful vent-like hum, and you can see brilliant orange light gathering around the basin where the licking flames motifs are carved out of them, and then each one jets out a cone of flame.
Oh,
Can I interpose myself between it and? Oh, Fire Guy is immune, isn't he?
Resistant, I believe.
Can I interpose myself so he doesn't get popped? Since he seems to be the most likely way to get through here.
Everybody in a a square that has a fireball in it now will need to make a dexterity saving throw to potentially take half damage. If Fire Guy makes that, then he takes no damage because he's resistant.
no, it says damage immunity is fire.
Oh, nice. Okay, I couldn't remember. Dexterity saving throw for half damage.
And you know, I'm the resistant one.
Oh, that's what it was. You're right.
Yes.
I assume I get. I can see this trap, so I get.
Mhm.
Danger sense.
All right. It looks like Amon's going to take 23 damage. Hoppy's going to take 11 damage. Renan's going to take 11 damage. Draco's going to take 23 damage. And Oni's going to take 11 damage.
Ouch. Okay, so I take the full 23, even though I've got immunity,
Oh, sorry.
resistant.
You'll take half of that. Yes, sorry. I didn't apply your resistance for you. You'll take half of the 23 for 11. Then the jets turn off.
Yeah.
So bad was it? That tickled.
Did the barriers go down?
Not yet.
Hmm.
To
Not
answer your question, John, yes, I do still like fire.
um, at the beginning of Renan's turn, all of the barriers deactivate, and because they are segmented, I didn't think about how difficult this is going to be to turn them on and off. The barriers are down right now. Imagine that you can pass through them. Yeah, each of them is like a middle piece, a top piece, and a bottom piece, and I'm not doing that.
Yep.
So are we gonna run through, or are we gonna stay here?
See, so this is 30 feet for us. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
See, we're double moving, but might as well double move all the way in.
Because of the way you rolled initiative, yes. You're all in the same above 15 because Draco rolled 15.1. You all get to the
Good
far
job.
side, then the barriers turn back on, and then a few seconds later, the flame jets happen in the corridor. Yes, 4 of them. You foolish fools.
Okay. Do not go back
Mhm.
there.
Oni, as you and Renan, I'm sure, probably supposed, there is in the southern section of the wall here a crystal that is currently turned. It's like a 4-pointed diamond, and it's currently pointed north and south orientation, like with the long, elongated, elliptical angles pointing up and down. It does have a swivel mechanism in it that looks like you could turn those like perpendicular instead of parallel. As you expected, that is the off switch. You can hear the turbines hum down and the walls deactivate and their magical projectors recess into the walls. The hallway is deactivated. No Resident Evil laser traps.
I see something down there.
Something in the south skitters away, and as you explore this room, you can see the room to the south is bathed in an otherworldly light blue hue, almost sort of like one of those like starlight projectors that gives you like the whole star field of the universe kind of projection on the ceiling of a dark bedroom. It's that kind of projected light.
Before we go down there, if at all possible, so I will get over here and block up the hallway, so nothing comes and gets us. But can we clear this room over here first?
Actually, can we do a bio real quick?
Sure. Yeah, let's take a quick break.
That's a good call.
Thank you.
Be right back.
Back is back. That's right.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Just open.
Odie's gonna step inside the room and throw his fingers in the crowd.
Boom, you become a scarecrow version of yourself as reality warping power. No, it's a storeroom, but there's lots of drag marks on the floor, and the room itself is featureless and empty. Spartan, but it looks like stuff was in here and recently removed. Mm-hmm. No, on the floor, like heavy things were just manhandled out without care. But if you would like to make a perception roll for her, I'd like to give you the confidence that you've not overlooked anything. Ooh, that's just like in that sweet spot of you don't see anything. And I say it just like that, makes you think maybe you did miss something.
Do you want me to go over and look too?
Yeah, using the same perception roll for this kind of scene, you explore it. It looks like it was once, a storehouse or maybe even an armory. It's kind of just like it's giving you that sort of like military storehouse vibe, Oni. Um, but there's nothing here. Like everything has been moved. Even like if your supposition that it is like an armory, like even the wooden trees that like armor is left dressed on is also gone. Like footlockers are gone, barrels are gone, buckets are gone, teacups are gone. Like everything has just been taken.
Are we ready to go this way? All right. I'm gonna come wide over here, and I'm gonna have my weapon out and ready.
uh, Oni and Happy, as you guys step into the space, you are slightly discombobulated as you enter this room. You are now bathed in that otherworldly blue light that I talked about. Um, it makes you stomach queasy, and you can like as you move, as you can see yourself move in space. Like if you wave your hand in front of your face, there's like a distortion effect. Like you can see at the same time both where your hand is, where it was, and where it's going.
Don't like that.
Gives you a weird sort of perception of you're experiencing like multiple microseconds of time all at the same time. It's very unnerving. Uh, in the corner, you can see a small, not small, large, I guess, large worm-like creature coiled like a centipede on itself. Its hide appears to be made of some kind of purple crystalline material. But in between these segmented plates, you do see like exposed bright pink flesh. It has a maw of reticulating teeth and hooked teeth at the top of it, sort of like a, oh my god, what are those flatworms that live in the rivers up north that like drill into people?
Oh,
You know what I'm talking
like
about?
leech.
Yeah, like a leech's mouth that just have like those, the serrated recurved teeth that just rock back and forth to like burrow a hole in flesh. It seems to be eating something, but as soon as it sees you, it has decided that it would much rather eat you. And as it moves, you're also seeing it still sitting there coiled in the corner. You see it advancing towards you, and you also see it leaping at your face all at the same time.
Hmm.
I'd like each of you to roll initiative with disadvantage, please.
So is that just normal
Normal.
initiative for
You
me?
would otherwise have advantage. Yeah, it's normal.
It's just those two?
Everybody, please.
Oh, everybody. Okay.
Yes, everybody.
At disadvantage.
Yes, please.
13.14 for me.
It's not even worse than I usually do.
I pressed the disadvantage button, but it didn't do anything to my initiative. Do we just roll twice?
Yeah, I had that bug too. Just roll a second time, and we'll have to make adjustments if we need to.
Hoo-hoo.
My guess is 2.1.
Onias, did yours change? But Amon's only went down to 21. Well done, sir. I feel like I'm missing somebody.
I'm 13.162. Or 13.14.
I don't see yours though. Because you didn't click on your character when you did it.
Amon,
No,
you're the first person to react. What would you like to
I
do?
couldn't roll as initiative because I get advantage on it.
Okay.
Okay. We're just now moving into this space, right? Nothing has happened
Yes.
yet.
Hoppy saw a giant worm creature that is at the same time attacking him and not attacking him.
Hi. Hello.
Oops, that's not me.
Hello.
Hey,
Trying to move Draco around.
Hello.
All right, I'm gonna go see what this little green dot thing is.
You see, as described, that segmented giant purple worm with huge gaping maw of teeth. You experience the same disorientation walking into the room, where as you step, you can look backwards and see like a ghostly version of yourself just entering the room, and you also see ahead of you Amon tucking in a tight roll to avoid being bit, and then drawing his bow and firing a shot. And you get like a deep, queasy sensation in your stomach.
Cool.
Hi, Janice. Hi.
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 I'm going to sidestep and go over here. And I want to see what this is.
That seems to be the source of the otherworldly light here. As you get closer to it, that distortion effect that I'm describing seems to intensify. And as close as you are now, there's a very, very light, like breeze almost, that seems to sort of be pulling you towards it. It's incredibly easy to resist at this distance anyway, but like if you were to take a feather out of your pocket and just let it go, a gentle current would draw the feather towards what appears to be a large, like, iris in space-time just floating here. There's just a seam in the fabric of space-time that's torn asunder.
Poke it in the eye.
I know. I was like, so I'll shoot it.
Let's see.
Shoot it.
I shoot it!
Let's shooting. Dad, shoot it.
Dad,
You want me to shoot it? You want me to shoot it? Okay. Zeke's never been wrong before about D&D. So I'm gonna shoot it with my moon bow.
Hi.
Hi. Shooting into the seam, the rip in space-time. The arrow hits its mark. As it approaches, like, let's call it the event horizon, it slows down, almost freezing in space, rapidly decelerating. But the moment the arrowhead touches the seam, it disappears. And there's this vacuous whoosh sound as it vanishes.
Cool.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Hello.
And this is like an orb?
Oh.
Think of it like a gateway.
Okay, in the wall.
Just like a giant black hole, sort of just
I'm
here along the
calling.
wall of this room. It doesn't look like it was designed to be built here so much as someone
just
opened
here.
an otherworldly gateway here, and it just happened to be adjacent to this wall.
Okay. Then I'm going to move a little bit further and fire my second shot at this guy over here because he's in my line of sight.
Okay, yeah.
And then I'll add Hunter's Mark to that one.
Oh, shit.
Shoot it.
Shoot her.
All right.
Shoot her.
Meg, that's you. I mean, like, if you can see them, then yes. Although I would give, from where you are, I would give them a +2 to their AC for partial cover. Like a real marksman, like I'm on, it didn't bother. But if you're worried about maximizing your advantages,
I'm a real marksman.
yeah, I agree. Correct. That's correct.
But they haven't moved yet, so she should still get sneak.
It's a throwing dagger that can be choked.
Range dagger. Yeah.
It automatically comes back to her, so.
That hits for 24 damage. Anything else from Renan?
Oh.
Oni, it is
Free action to recall the dagger.
deal with Michelle is that it always happens unless for some reason she tells me she'd rather it not. So if she wants to leave it stuck in a wall for climbing or to tag something, it does. But otherwise, I'm going to assume it comes back to her every time. Same deal, Oni, as you step into the space, sickness, stomach, time dilation effects, you see yourself shielding and 2-weapon and single weapon wielding all at the same time. The miss, unfortunately. 19 does hit. That is correct. You do slash into it. It is bleeding, but not quickly. Like you slash and you can see blood in the wound, and it's just very, very slowly trickling out of its body, despite the wound being quite severe. Hoppy's turn.
Eek! There's another one. I'm gonna stand here. I'm gonna use my last rage. So after this, we're I need to rest pretty soon. And I'm going to attack blue. Attack two times with all the buttons pressed.
Both are hits.
25, 38, 47.
47. It's a good hit. Just like Oni's experience, you deeply, deeply lacerate this creature, and despite the severity of its wounds, it seems like it's barely bleeding, or just that the wounds are being applied like in very slow motion. It is the time for the Fate Eaters to go. The first green one will bite Oni.
I think she won't feel it for 3 turns.
2 10s isn't going to get it done. Second bite with advantage is a 21. Does that match? Okay. It deals 26 points of slashing and 17 points of necrotic.
I can soak some of that too.
So 2 points of slashing and 7 points of necrotic for a total of 19. And then we're going to have the Wombo combo party of Fate Eaters versus Hoppy. 4 total bites. Fate. F-A-T-E. Oh, blue misses completely, I think. Red does a better job. I think he hits with both.
I'm going to use... No, I'm good with that.
Okay. So you're going to take
24
25 slashing, which
plus 15.
becomes 12. 25, which becomes 12. Yep, you're right, Mark. 24 plus 15. Which is almost exactly what you hit him for. That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Draco, it is your turn.
Okay. Now, I got some questions for you. Am I experiencing any of this time dilation while I'm out here?
No, not really.
Okay. So I can see everything just fine and I have an issue.
Seems that way, sir.
Okay. Then I shall send Fire Dude. Okay, now next question. Do I know what any of this stuff is from my Arcana history knowledge fun stuff?
It would be an extremely esoteric bit of trivia. I won't put it past you since you do walk in some unusual circles. If you want to make an Arcana check for me, the DC is 25 to know lore about these creatures because they are so... Oh, my goodness. Yes,
Nice.
you deal in the little-known bits of arcane trivia in the world.
Damn.
They are magical aberrations known as Fate Eaters. They come from another plane of existence. They are alien to this world. They feed on organic and inorganic material alike, preferring things not from their native plane, meaning that if they can find a gateway from their home world into our world, they're very happy to take it and will just munch on things as they can. They have a supernatural ability to disrupt time and fate itself. There is a cult of arcane magic users that consume the flesh of Fate Eaters in hopes of gaining some measure of control over their ability to see the threads of fate, although it is largely considered a terrible, terrible idea by most sages. The thing that Fate Eaters are most feared for is their spectral bite, which has the ability to alter a person's fate, which is why most heroes choose to avoid confrontation with them whenever possible.
Unlike us. Okay. Guys, don't get bit. Bad stuff happens.
I'm gonna put this here just to like inspire the correct amount of fear.
Thanks, Draco. Don't get bit by the thing that crawls on the floor.
Oh, wow.
Good information.
He come right back.
Well, these kids are nasty. Shifting memories, too. Random ability, you lose the point. Ooh. Okay. From the doorway here, can I see this little portal area?
You can.
Okay. I'm sending Fire Dude over here, and I'm going to see if I can get him. Through him, I'm going to see if I can get that thing closed by casting a funky spell. Spell I don't use too often. And let's see. I'm going to go with level 6, because that's the highest one I have left over. Because this is going to be some bitch. Dispel Magic, level 6.
I need you to make an ability check.
Yeah.
A d20 plus your wisdom plus your proficiency.
Okay. Roll d20 plus what? My wisdom?
Wisdom and proficiency.
Okay, I'm being stupid right now. Proficiency, what in what? What am I looking?
I think your proficiency is
4
at level, or is it 4 now? I couldn't remember.
Nice.
I don't know.
I feel like that's not right.
Roll
You don't
d20.
have
My wisdom's 9. It's a
can't
plus
possibly
9.
be right. That would make your score a 28, which isn't possible.
Are you
Huh?
looking at saving throws?
Your wisdom is a 20, which is a plus 5 bonus.
Because yeah. Okay. So -4.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's still quite good. You
Yeah,
are
the saving
able to
throw plus
dispel
minus- okay.
the random nature of this aperture, and you are shrinking it, getting it to close. However, because of the dilated nature of this temporal distortion, it will take a long time for your dispel magic to take effect. But because you are the one who cast it, I will tell you that you have exactly 4 hours for this
Holy shit.
window to remain open, or like till it's closed and impassable.
Okay. Okay, guys, it's gonna be a minute.
Yeah, I see at least 2 walls we can knock over.
Gonna bring this whole dungeon collapsing down on top of us. Great turn, Draco. I'm on round 2.
Bada boom.
So, guys, I did something really awesome, but at the same time, it's no benefit for us at the moment.
All right, I am going to. I think I'm gonna second wind. I need some.
Did you first wind first? Because I don't think you can use the second wind until you first winded.
Oh, I'm pretty winded.
Keep passing it all over the place.
So let's see.
Oh yeah, I don't know where she even is. She noped. Yeah, no, I lose. I have a hard enough time remembering her when she's
She's in
right here front
Hoppy's
of me.
pocket.
Nice. Yeah, after Draco, she would have gone, so I'll also throw that at him.
And then I'll use my attack to go after the same blue.
You gain 11 more hit points. Ooh, I have to look at their AC. That is a hit.
Yeah.
Also a hit.
And I had Hunter's Mark on already.
Like
Actually, I get 2 because I hit twice. So,
my ball.
One more. There we go.
and that is it from my turn.
Get your extra.
11. Oh, from my.
From Zari's. Yep.
Oh, yep.
And it is Renan's turn, Meg. Correct.
But usually kicks ass.
If she's not moving, that is 26 points of damage.
Wait, you did the knife thing, throwing again. She's really good with her bow and arrow.
She gets the same. I think she only gets a D6 versus a D4.
I think the biggest advantage that I don't know if Meg did it right on purpose or not is I don't believe the short bow she has is magic.
It's not.
So when something has got significant vulnerabilities to or resistances to non-magical attacks, you want to use the dagger just because it's magic. Oni, you're up. Let's see it. Hit. That is their AC. That's a match. Hit. Hit.
Not a single fail either.
Just hit for 46 damage on 4 successful attacks. Man, this sucks. I hate this game. It's so dumb.
So stupid.
Are you gonna stay pat where you are? Happy, it's your turn then.
Hoppy is gonna keep going on blue. All the stuff's hit. Let's try that. Looks good. How about that?
That's a lot of
47?
damage. 47. Hoppy more than anybody else usually makes numbers round, and I don't know how that happens, but on every one of your attacks today, he ends up like at a whole number, like a nice, like he's now at exactly 50.
Nice.
If Hoppy's gonna stay put, then it is time for the Fate Eaters to go. I get to make 2 bites on Oni. A miss and a hit.
I will.
Taking only 10. He says no, get fucked.
Happened?
Can you?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry. There was a lot of noise again. I was talking to Margaret.
That's no damage. Correct. Yep. And then the round robin on Hoppy. Ooh, that's not good.
I will hit shield. which increases my. I don't remember what it increases my hit points to.
You get a +5 to your AC.
Okay, so that's 23.
So only 2 hits then.
Yeah.
You take 12 points of slashing and 10 points of necrotic for a total of 22 from the first attack, and then 13 points of slashing and 9 necrotic, 22 from the second one.
1 second.
A total of 44 when you're ready.
Thank you.
Draco, it is your turn. Bringing up the end of this round. No.
Give me a chance, Meg. Jeez.
When is it ever at the top?
I don't remember a single time I've been the first one.
You succeeded, I think, still went third.
Okay. So, this portal, does it look like there's anything else around it that I could hit with it? With Fire Dude to make it close faster?
No, but Fire Dude tells you that there are fun people on the other side of the door.
Oh. No, let's go through the door. Actually, that does actually sound like a good idea, doesn't it? And then we got a 4-hour time to get back. Oopsie. All right. Fire Dude, I'm gonna need your help, dude. So come over here, Fire Dude. All right, good job. And we are going to, through him, use Scorching Ray, aiming at blue.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Wait, I can do 3 of those, right?
You do
Scorching
3 of
Ray?
those, yep.
1, 2, and 3. And then,
Don't forget extra damage.
oh, you may
When
be
you're
onto
right.
something. When you're right, you're right. Enhanced Bond, I roll a d8 to gain a bonus equal to those. So. So +8. Oh, yes! I mean, then, like it said, and he does his own little move, Flame Seed. Oh, not so good.
Uh-oh. He was distracted. That is a miss. Anything else from Draco?
That
Or
will
are you
be
happy
it.
standing where you are? Okay. Now, sorry, and you want her to heal Huppy?
I'm actually okay.
You're at 34 hit points,
So,
and you're taking
if
on 2 baddies.
you remain basically the same level of okay.
Be right back.
It is a monster. Sorry for the yawn.
We're boring you.
I didn't sleep very well last night.
That sucks, doesn't it?
I want to see if I can take out this little blue guy. Momo. See if he's still alive. Hunter's mark.
No, it leaves him at 12. He's at 8 now. 1 more attack.
Ooh.
Oh no!
It's one little guy, but he could hurt somebody.
Go hurt somebody.
All
I'd
right,
save it. I'd save it personally.
Save
That's
it. Doesn't
'Cause
seem
you
like
get-
we're in
Critically,
tremendous
Hoppy and
danger
erases
if
his
we
destiny.
pass him.
You seem to will need it most likely coming up anyway.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking there's more tribulations ahead.
Brennan's turn. Okay. That is a hit for 31. Leaving him at 25 hit points. Spoilers, she cannot. Critical failure incoming. He's got 4 now. He's dead. That doesn't hit.
Oh,
That kills him.
that's what you're gonna do. What? You're going to do what?
Yes. 3 more main.
There you go. There you go. Much better. The accent you had at first, I couldn't understand it.
It is just 3 golds. Nope, this time he dodges it. He's super fast. He's really fast, I'll tell you.
Right at 8 too. I like how you get right at 8.
Mm-hmm. Wasting nothing. 19 damage. Yes, ma'am. As you have fell both of these, they like crumple up on themselves, like an otherworldly force is kind of crunching them into like a waste paper ball, and then they are drawn into the portal as like detritus, as disparate chunks of their gem hide kind of just skitter across the floor in between the walls and are drawn back into the portal. It is Hoppy's turn. 1 red creature remains.
That we see so far.
We can skip to Draco's turn and come back to Hoppy.
I'm back.
Okay.
Okay, I smash on red. Did I get hit again?
No, sir.
Not yet.
Oh, crit.
A critical hit.
Not a good critical hit, but hey, I get an extra attack.
It says, after your attacks, you can choose to attempt to grapple your opponent if you have a free hand, or attempt to shove him if both hands are in use. Would you like to prone him?
Prone
Or
him.
would you like to grapple him?
I do not want to touch him. He's gross.
You, sir, are yuck.
But I feel like I should have more critical than that. I
You
should
do
have
get, like,
one additional.
devastating critical, yeah.
Yeah, brutal critical. So I just roll 1 more d10. That is some crappy ass critical damage.
It's
Total
still
of 4.
73 for the round, right?
I mean, yeah, but
So terrible. Yeah, you and Oni need to get your, perspective realigned, I think.
I mean, I did a critical hit and I got 4 extra damage. Well, and an extra attack, but
Alright, Draco, it is now your turn.
Okay. I am going to pull a card slightly out of Amon's book and do a full-on moonbeam right onto red. Oh, that was lame. Yeah.
Irish?
Yeah, it works.
And I have to remember
If
it's
flame
Start's
seed.
right?
What's that?
Your enters this or starts turn. Yep. Just remind me that on its turn it's
Yeah.
gonna take the damage.
Flame seed.
Ooh,
And
not
doesn't
a
do it.
critical miss, but a miss. Amon, it is your turn at the start of 4.
All right. All right, I'm gonna shoot red now. Slow and steady.
He is now at 63 hit points. Red
With
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
keep going.
No,
No, go ahead. I'm going to figure this
You
out.
guys
on
are
my own.
adorable. You two are adorable.
House.
Yes. That does hit for 27. Depends on your perspective.
Just one hit. Whereas you, on the other hand, got what, 8?
Action surge.
Yeah.
7 attacks isn't bad. Yes, ma'am. No, because the 16 hits, but the 13 misses. He's at 10. He's dead.
Hey, everyone!
Great moonbeam.
All right, everyone, we need to jump into the portal quick. We got 4 hours.
Asps, very dangerous. You go first.
Are we going in?
I want to. I heard my fire dude said there's fun people inside.
Fun people inside? All right, I'm doing it.
Oh, I did tell you that.
Yeah.
Let me teleport you guys first, and then you can decide how you feel about it.
It repelled us. Look at that. Yeah.
You are where you find yourselves. The other side of this portal, as you step through, is there's a source of omnipresent light, but no obvious source of it. The ground is a reflective purple crystalline structure. You can kind of see through it, and below you is just like an infinite black sort of star-field cosmos. There are narrow paths that connect all of these lattice-like crystalline structures together, and you can see the empty materials from the storehouse have been abandoned here. There's an old like footlocker box, a couple of broken jars and urns, drag marks leading south and around the corner to the north in that U-bend. And that's where Fire Guy points and says that's where his friends went.
Nice. Let's go.
But at the moment, you are also unmolested. If you want to try to camp here, that's between you and RNGesus.
So
I'm gonna
we
highly
can't.
advise against it. We got 4 hours. Just saying.
We could do like a short rest. If we're not being molested. Yeah, I'm worried about the 4. So I don't get rages back and without a long rest. So I'm actually, but I'm at a quarter of my hit points. So, and I don't get a lot of my like.
Well,
Um,
hit points are easy to fix.
yeah. Well, yeah, and I don't. My endless rage is only exists when I can rage. So, um,
Wait, you ran out of endless rages?
relentless rage. Excuse me.
Oh, sorry. Short rest isn't
Yeah.
hard. That's true.
Hmm. Okay. At least that gets me to hit points.
Wall of Steel, yes. I believe Draco might have a spell that can do that, but yes, otherwise exhaustion and long rest class features only come back with an 8-hour rest.
Sure. I can remember what it was.
Yeah, I have a level of exhaustion too. Don't we all?
No.
I feel like not everybody did, yeah.
Okay.
That
Mhm.
doesn't seem right.
So I got a greater restoration that can imbue one creature with positive energy to undo the effect. You can reduce the target's exhaustion level by 1. So I can do that to one person. Who's the most messed up?
I've got one
I was
level.
gonna use. I'm gonna use some
Yeah.
hit dice if we're taking a short rest.
Yep.
How?
So who am I going to hit this with?
Daddy. Daddy. Nana's canoe. Granny's canoe. Granny's canoe. Granny's.
Something to drink.
Yeah, there you go. My short rest is basically done.
Do you have it?
So my total hit points is 103, and I just rolled one of my little sleeping short rest dice for 11, and so now I'm at 102. That was a rough one.
That's pretty good.
So one of you, I cast that spell on one of y'all, so one of y'all gets that.
I'm pretty sure level 1 is just disadvantage on skill checks, and since she's a skill monkey, it probably makes sense. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
Let me see. Can I do something here?
I'm good.
Still we go.
Yeah. Are we good on hit points, everybody? Oh, looks like we are, huh? Okay. All right, cool.
Oni and Hoppy stop there for a moment. As you turn the corner from the safe place where you short rested and move through this open field, you see two features. First, that the narrow causeway expands broadly to the northeast from your position. There is, however, also a path that heads to the southeast, although a massive amethyst barrier has been created there to seal off that section of passageway from the rest of the area that you're on. And in the area in front of you, there's sections of the crystalline floor that like roil, like sort of like a small wave on a beach. The entire crystalline solid surface is rolling, mutable, like a tide.
Okay, before we go further, quick question for John. All right, fire dude. Short rest, I'm able to call him again, right?
Correct.
Okay. So
Yeah, you
he's
get both
now.
of your wild shapes back after a short rest.
Thank you. So I cast him again, so he's now back.
Nice. And at full health.
Exactly, it's nice.
Is the ground moving here, or is it just like shows like waves?
Just a small section ahead of you is the only bit that's moving. The royal seems to be sort of localized to the area about 20 feet ahead of you to the northeast.
There.
Yep, right there.
Can we skirt around it?
You can attempt to. It seems to be sort of at that choke point where the walls of the crystalline pathway get the most narrow.
Crystals.
Oni, you experience a momentary dilation of time like you first experienced when you walked into the room that had this rift in time space in it. You see yourself simultaneously in three places, standing next to Hoppy talking to him about the best way forward, standing where you are by yourself pondering what best to do, and a confident Oniara striding forward with her earthwalk ability manipulating the stone as the roiling earth gives way to a maw of teeth and a massive worm juts out of the earth and swallows you whole.
You get eaten a lot.
The diameter is about 20 feet, so not cleanly. Yeah, like when Hoppy pinged the map earlier, like that was pretty spot on.
Yeah, what's your
It's awesome that you can get across. Some of us have short legs. Ooh, I like that. That's cool, John. That is cool.
I'm trying to find a better one.
I don't know. That was pretty good. Or we go to the right. Yeah. Yeah.
You skirt the roiling earth section for the time being. The path to the southeast is barred by a meters thick wall of crystallized amethyst. You can feel like a chill breeze, sort of like wherever there are microscopic gaps in the amethyst, you can feel something sort of like, I don't know, like a change in pressure, like somebody left the upstairs window open, and even though you're downstairs and way away from it, you can still sort of feel that draft. You get like a back draft effect. Something
Pulling
is just
through.
pulling in air, whatever is beyond the amethyst wall here.
can we so we could probably teleport across, but could we just knock the wall over?
Something tells me
I
that
was
would
gonna
suck.
say, try to knock a hole in the wall, see if we can get through to the where the draft is coming from.
Like, is it a very strong draft?
It's pretty subtle right now.
Okay.
It'll be a bigger
So-
draft if we put a hole in the wall.
I mean, I got my best breaking stuff guy here, if that's what you want to do. I can't think of a finer person to do it than Hoppy.
I would
No,
prefer
I think
to
we should.
explore up.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll explore up.
So I can jump 20 feet. Oni and I can probably get to the other side of this.
Well, you
Without.
guys can get us. You guys can get us get its attention. Then the rest of us can get around it.
Yeah, get everybody over here.
Yeah, you have infinite spell slots, right?
You know, it's no, it's not a
Maybe it's a
cantrip.
level 2 spell even.
Well, one.
Yeah, it's a level 1 spell. I got 2 level 1 spells left.
Honestly,
You can certainly try.
Do initiative.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's roll
initiative.
initiative. That's a good idea. Thanks, Zach.
Yes. Yeah, my high roll. See how I'm leading the pack. God damn.
Like, is your initiative just that bad?
0.1.
Yeah. All right. Like, not only are you rolling poorly, you have no modifier.
Exactly.
Amon is the first person who will take an action this turn.
But you see how your worm is also a 0.1, but he has a better roll than I do.
It's true.
I just want to explore for natural phenomena that I might be interested in as a little side quest because other people are getting into dangerous stuff, but I'm distracted by nature. Just little samples, little just exploring to see if there's anything worth noting, taking,
Sure.
ingesting.
In the ingesting, I'm surprised no one wanted to eat the fate things when you killed them. I tried
It
to
was.
make
I meant to try to do that and I forgot. Honestly.
I feel like that'll at
Yeah, I
least
forgot
alter your
about that.
day.
In the outcropping of crystals that you're standing in front of them on, there's one that has an especially like polished face that you can see your reflection in. Only the reflection you're seeing, whilst is you, is not performing the same actions that you yourself are performing.
I'd like to see if it's performing future or past actions just by moving in front of it to see how it
Sometimes
affects things.
sometimes it seems to coincide with what you're doing, and other times not. It seems to sort of be like a causal reaction. When you change what you're doing, it changes what it's doing. Sometimes it's the same thing, sometimes it's different things. If you turn left, sometimes he turns left too, but other times he turns right, and sometimes he just stands and stares at you with his arms crossed.
Okay.
It creates a sense of existential dread in you where you're wondering if there's the Amon in the crystal in his world is staring at a crystal somewhere and getting frustrated with you as much as you're getting frustrated with him.
Mm-hmm.
But it
Fun.
is loose and pryable out of that outcropping if you wanted to take a souvenir.
I was thinking about it. I would like to pry it out.
You may collect it.
Time gem acquired. Wow. Wow, you're doing all kinds of fun stuff with that little crystal, aren't you?
Oh, I was
Waka
clicking on
waka.
an empty box.
Yeah, you were. Did all kinds of fun stuff with that.
It is Renna's turn. While Stamon is harvesting a crystal, she can decide what action she'd like to take. Okay. None that have that same reflective, like otherworldly mirror that Amon is experiencing, but she can pry some loose just to have purple crystals in her inventory. Purple crystals, comma, not of this world. Whilst Renan is prying that apart, the roiling earth effect stops, Oni, and the layer of the ground begins to crack as something large is emerging from beneath the ground. It seems like your was at least noticed or detected, and what emerges is a slightly greener, significantly larger version of the worms you were fighting previously. It seems drawn to want to eat specifically things that are not from its native plane, and in the presence of so many tasty morsels, it has erupted and will bite you. Uh-oh, indeed. It makes its bite attack. Oh my god, and it rolled a 14 and fails. That's not right. It says I rolled a 0?
No,
You're,
12. 2.
what its bonus is a 12.
Wow.
It says you rolled it.
Oh, you're right. It does say that.
Yeah, 2 plus 12 is 14.
So
Boo.
it was
But it was pretty close. All right. It is Hoppy's turn.
All right, I'm going to come up here and I'm going to attack. I can't rage, but I can do Great Weapons Mastery. So I will go ahead and give that a try. $15 hit.
Yeah, 15 misses.
That didn't hit.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh yeah.
It says you lunge past an enemy, exposing yourself to his attack. Put your dick away. If you were in
Whoa.
melee, the enemy you are attacking is able to use their reaction to perform an attack of opportunity, which I will do.
Okay.
21, I think.
That's a hit. Yep.
23 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
3. Dexterity saving throw.
Ruh-roh. You
Ruh-roh.
are swallowed whole.
what?
A swallowed creature is blinded and restrained, has total cover against any external attacks and other effects outside of the worm, and you will take 17 points of acid damage at the start of each of the worm's turns.
I have a question for you.
Go, Hoppy, with your question.
He. Never mind. No, that's
Okay.
not how that works. Never mind.
Oni, it's your turn. I see it like as a weird, creepy toe. That does not hit, correct.
Gee.
21 hits.
You know, it's like a broadside of a barn you're missing. Just saying.
It's like she's not even trying. Hoppy's inside of it, screaming for help, and you won't even help him. Oh yeah, that's not very good.
Are you a ballerina?
It is Draco's turn.
Okay. Okay. Now we do some fun, right? Something fun. Would you call this guy?
Trevor, I might.
Okay, cool. Would you call him a beast?
I would call him a monstrosity.
Monstrosity. Okay. I can attempt to charm a monster. Would that work?
Uh, I don't know how that's going to work with Hoppy in its stomach, but I mean, yes, he is a monster, and you can attempt to charm him.
I mean, he can regurgitate a Hoppy. Yeah, I am going to attempt to charm the
And
monster.
there's that outcropping that looks like a finger. Help him vom.
Okay, so it must make a wisdom saving throw.
So the good news is I get advantage on that. The bad news is it's a very shitty roll. I got a 24. I feel like that's probably pretty good.
No one likes you. Anything you represent.
Can confirm.
Okay, and
from Fire Guy.
Yeah, he will flame seed him because, fuck you. Take 8 damage.
For 8 damage. That's almost as much damage as has been done to him already. Your pet is as effective as Oni. That's crazy.
That was insulting towards you, Oni, if you don't know.
Upon it's your turn. Sick burn. There are
'Cause
two
it's Fire Guy.
in this party. Yeah, what would you like her to do?
Help the monster.
Well,
I mean,
I'm gonna charm Oni. I can attack or I can aid.
Oh, can you?
He's
No, just
so I
attack.
can't really affect him with things.
If she can do 12 damage, then it has to do a Constitution saving throw. So just have her attack, and I'll be able to murder from the inside anyway.
Eldritch Blast. Please? Oh, it did. It takes 24 damage.
yay!
And Amon, if you're ready, it is your turn.
Does it have to do the Constitution since it took 30 in a turn?
I think that's from a character that is swallowed.
Oh,
The
okay.
wound takes 30 damage or more from a single turn.
Oh, from a creature inside it. Sorry, I didn't see that.
I fully assume you're going to cut your way out.
Oh, yeah. That won't be a problem.
But from which direction?
I will.
Go on, Lemmy Winks.
All right. Just doing what I do.
All right.
Am I in the creature's threatened area?
Yes. It threatens 10 squares, 10 feet, 2 squares.
Okay. Then I will stay where I am, and that will be my turn.
Right. At the
I'm going to
beginning of
regret.
my turn, Hoppy takes 17 points of acid damage. And I will attempt to bite Oni.
Oh, wow.
Well, it doesn't have advantage, but 28 hits. And you take 26 points of piercing, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Hey, you got a crit.
Indomitable. I can reroll.
You're an indomitable snowman?
Oh,
Is that enough?
I had not used that yet.
Yeah, DC 21.
You're still swallowed whole.
I'm gonna hack this bad boy up from the inside.
That is the plan, apparently. Just everybody gets swallowed on purpose to fight him from the inside. It is Renan's turn. A fine hit. Hoppy's turn.
Does it have a? I don't know if you can tell me this. Does it have a lower attack? Um, sorry, a lower armor class. Yeah, from inside.
It does not.
Okay.
Dispelling the Drax rumor from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay. Then I'm going to attack it with none of my buttons checked.
Just take the guarantee. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
damn.
motherfucker.
Hey, you get another crit.
Not helping. As you attack your opponents, you begin to fear that they are the superior combatant. You have disadvantage on your next attack roll against this target.
Stomach is just too strong.
I
does
do have a
11.
question though. Technically, the Warglaive gives me a free attack when he attacks somebody nearby. Can I take that attack against because he attacked Hoppy, Oni? Just asking.
Yeah. That would have happened this turn, right?
Yeah, I missed it. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. However, he didn't take 30 damage.
Yeah, still not yet. That's true. But a good hit. All right. Oni, it's your turn.
Nice.
Hey, there's your crit you were looking for.
Well, you guys are rolling in the 30s like nonstop.
Knocks him prone. Not sure how that works from the inside.
I was gonna say, so we actually got the grapple one, and you can't grapple something this large, so I don't want to say like you get nothing, but Oni, let me put you in the driver's seat. What do you think a reasonable bonus is from this perspective, knowing that you've done enough damage that he'll have to make his saving throw to regurgitate both of you? Is imposing disadvantage on his Constitution saving throw encouraging regurgitation? Does that seem fair? Okay, like literally you casting indigestion.
That was the aim, wasn't it?
Oh. It's okay. If you can get an average of 10 for the next 3, he has to roll it again.
That's it. A hit. Also a hit.
I don't know if that actually happens, but
It says in a turn, but I like that we've got some momentum here and it's fun, so I'm gonna make the check again. 18. He vomits them out. You guys are causing too much damage and are too much trouble on his inside, so it spits you out onto the floor. That is the unfortunate part about your exit strategy. Draco, it is your turn at the end of this round.
Okay. I am going to. I should have really been paying attention. Get something good. I'm going to cast Moonbeam right on the mofo. Well, yeah, sure. Right in the middle of them if I can. Flat. Cool. And you know what else I'm going to do? I'm not, but Fire Dude is going to Flame Seed. Yeah.
I do love that canonically the verbal component for Flame Seed is yeah.
Yeah. That's right. I mean, I have been consistent with it, haven't I?
You want her to Eldritch Blast again?
Yeah.
That's good damage.
Yeah.
And it is Amon's turn. There's a world where Amon takes him out.
Bring us home.
Again,
He's
make my moonbeam
slightly
pointless.
above average. Yeah, well, I was just saying,
You-
so he'd have to roll slightly above average, but now he's going to just to nullify your moonbeam again.
Exactly.
Alrighty. Moonbow.
That's a hit.
Moonbow. 16.
Without Hunter's Mark, that's not it.
Without Hunter's Mark?
He's at 3 hit points.
Oh, I haven't added Hunter's Mark yet.
So I was saying, I don't know if you
Which I
added the
get.
bonus.
Twice.
He is dead.
Hey, I'm on. Fuck you.
Fuck. You are left with a moonbeam that scorches the earth, and some of the small parasites
You're the
that lived
fire
inside
guy,
the worm,
I'm the moon
they
guy.
burn up. Yeah,
I'm the
exactly.
moonbeam
Get off
guy.
my shit, bitch.
I had it first.
Actually, I've had it for a good while, but yeah.
Again, I had it first.
Well done, everybody. I think, yeah, it's a good stop to pause. Yeah.
Is the giant worm a good thing to feed pets? May I get some fillets for Drew?
Sure.
Actually, you injured folk, would you like some healing?
Could use
'Cause
it.
we can do the cauterized flame.
Don't know if you were trying to do cauterized flame in the feeling of a yoga flame, but that's kind of what I got from it.
Yeah, of course I was.
I think it's 2d10. Oh, 2d10 plus wisdom. Reading helps.
And my wisdom is 5. I learned it instead of 9. So
It's for one creature though, right?
smaller large creature dies within 30 feet of you while the spirit and harmless spectral flame springs forth from the dead creature's space and flickers there for 1 minute. When a creature you can see enters the space, you can use your reaction to extinguish the spectral flame and heal the creature or deal fire damage to it.
So all three of us.
No, because he will extinguish the flame. Like it's like think of it as a charge. Like he can, for a minute, the next thing that steps into that area, he can either harm it or heal it. But it's just that next thing.
So, Amon, get your butt on over there. Okay, heal
Yeah,
up.
Amon needs it the most.
I'll take it. Yeah.
Yeah, we're out of time for today's play sesh, but we did a
There you go.
good
You
job.
got 16
Got a lot done.
Amon.
That's a good
All
chunk.
right.
That's 90. Are we good for next weekend?
Yes.
I think so.
That was amazing.
I don't
For
want
my-
to
for my
set the tone that
PvP.
fucking each other over is rewarded, but I don't disagree this one time for sure.
You,
No one likes you guys.
you're going to reward behavior. We're not going to call it good behavior. We're not going to call it bad behavior. We're just going to call it behavior. And it's getting rewarded.
That one time you did that funny thing was really awesome. Here's a treat.
Yeah, you're rewarding it for being funny, not for being
Right.
anything
The fact
else.
that it was incidentally